Exact software required for Oracle eBusiness Suite Release 12.2.5 installation on Oracle Database 12c within the environment of Oracle Linux x86-64. So in this movie, I'm going to first take you to Oracle's eDelivery cloud, wherein you can download the software. So I'm going to take you through the navigation and show you the place wherein you can download this software, and then within that place I'm going to tell you which are the exact files you've got to download for installing release 12.2.5. And to assist you further, I have prepared an Excel sheet that contains the list of those files that you've got to download. So I'm going to also show you the place wherein you can download that Excel file. So let's do that. Let's first go to Oracle's eDelivery website. So you've got to go to edelivery.oracle.com first, and then it will ask you to enter your username and password, and once you have entered that, then you will reach at this place. The second step you have to do is uncheck this box and then leave only the programs one on, and then you can search by a product name within Oracle eBusiness Suite. It could be Oracle Receivables or Oracle Auto Management or Oracle Payroll or Oracle Payables and so on. So let's search with Oracle Payroll, and there you go, the first one. Select this one, and then we have got to choose the platform. So in my case the platform is Linux x86-64, but feel free to choose the appropriate platform that you're planning to install. Okay, after you choose this, hit the select button, and then automatically it's going to come here at the bottom, and then you hit the continue button, and then as you could see, by default it has selected release 12.2.5, which is presently the latest release. If you would like to download the software for a previous release, then you've got to click on this link called as select alternative release, and then it's going to give you the options for selecting it. Okay, and then you can expand it further, and you can even download previous releases. There are other ways of doing it. Okay, now let's assume that at this time we would like to download the software for release 12.2.5 of Oracle eBusiness Suite. So automatically it has been selected, and then you hit the continue button out here in the bottom, and then it's going to take you to a place wherein you've got to check and accept the Oracle's standard terms and conditions, and then hit the continue button. And then here you can see the list of software files that you've got to download, but there are a lot of files. You don't have to download all these files from here. You've got to download only certain files, with assumptions that you are going to install Oracle eBusiness Suite Release 12.2.5 for standard language American English. However, if the language that you are planning to install is a different one, let's say if it's a French or Dutch or Arabic or any other language, then there are specific language files which are given over here, which you have got to download. So in this movie I'm going to cover the files that you've got to download for installation of the standard default language, which is American English. Okay, now before we go into this, I have prepared an Excel file. I will quickly show you that, and which is where things become very easy and clear. So what happens is a number of people comes over here and they get lost. Which software I should download? Here it is written Oracle eBusiness Suite 12.2.5, and this much of files you can see, and then you've got database, and then eBusiness Suite 12.2.0, then languages, and then if you scroll down there are further files, again languages, and then you scroll down, you've got mobile applications archive, WebTire and WebLogic server. So it's a bit confusing, especially for people who haven't done a release 12.2 installation earlier. Now you've got to also remember that for installing release 12.2.5, it's a two-step process. First you've got to install release 12.2.0, and then you need to upgrade it to 12.2.5. So the files that are required for release 12.2.0 installation on Oracle Database 12c have been listed over here. Okay, these are the same files which I have shown there, but here I have just picked the files which are required for installation. Okay, and once you have downloaded all these files, then you've got to separately download the files for upgrading from release 12.2.0 to 12.2.5, and there are approximately 9 files which are there. Okay, and these are the major files you've got to download, but in addition to that, while you're upgrading it, you've got to also download and apply a number of patches in your database tier and application tier. Within application tier, you've got to apply patches for application server, Fusion middleware tier, then WebLogic server and web tier. Okay, so that part I'm not covering over here because there are so many patches, and that is separately I have covered in a separate movie and in a separate document. Having said that, let's come to this one. So you start the installation with the software start CD, through which you invoke the installation wizard, which is called as rapid install wizard. So the first 3 CDs, as you could see, belong to the start CD for launching the rapid install wizard, which is what will let you install the complete eBusiness Suite release 12.2.0 software. Now this is the 3 files that contains the wizard and associated files for launching the installation, but you got to also download a number of other files. So the way I have demarcated is the architecture of Oracle eBusiness Suite includes database tier, then you've got application tier. Within application tier, then you've got several components like you've got Fusion middleware tier, then you've got WebLogic, you've got web tier, which is also called as Oracle HTTP server or Apache, and then you also have the apps tier. So that being said, you've got to download the database tier related files. So these 2 files, as you could see, belongs to the database tier for Oracle database 12c. The exact version is 12.1.0.20. But as you could see, there are only 2 files, but a lot of people miss out this file. This is also a mandatory file that you must download. A lot of people doesn't go with this because it has got examples in that, and they think that the examples related file may not be necessary and they don't have to download it, but this is a mandatory file. So it is read something like Oracle database 12c release 1 12.1.0.20 examples for Linux x86 64. So once you have downloaded these 3 files, then you move on to download the database related files which you require for your application tab. And the files that you download depends on what kind of database you are planning to install, whether you are planning to install a fresh installation without any demonstration database, which is called as production database, or you are planning to install a demonstration database, which is also called as a vision database. So that being said, as you could see, assuming that if you are planning to install the vision database, then you've got to download all these files you can see, which has got vision under that, and you can see if I read the whole thing, it's Oracle eBusiness Suite release 12.2.0 for Linux x86 64 rapid install database vision disk 1. Likewise, there are all these files are there that you've got to download along with the production related database. So remember, while you're installing vision database, don't forget to download both vision as well as production. However, for production database, you don't need the vision database files, and you've got only need to download the production related files. Then regardless of which database you are installing, you've got to download the Oracle eBusiness Suite release 12.2.0 for Linux x86 64 rapid install technology, one-off patches, and also Oracle eBusiness Suite 12.2.0 for Linux x86 64 rapid install AS 10.1.2. AS stands for application server 10.1.2, which contains forms and reports. Okay, and then you also require these files for your Appletop directory structure, as you could see, it has got Apple top written under that. This constitutes the application tier. Now within the application tier, as I said, as per the architecture, you've got the database tier and application tier. Within the application tier, then you also have other components such as web tier. So Oracle has provided the latest web tier version, which is 11.1.190, and the file name is over here, so you need to download this. And the whole application tier revolves around the WebLogic server, so don't forget to download this. Okay, once you have downloaded all of these, then you can easily launch the rapid install wizard using these start CDs. You've got to unzip this first and then install the wizard, and then automatically it's going to create the stage area first, and once the stage area gets created, then you've got to launch the rapid install wizard. Now having said that, let's go back to Oracle's e-delivery website, and here you would be able to easily demarcate now. Now first thing I'm gonna tell you over here is you can download files two ways. First is you can click on this link and it will open a new window for download, and it starts downloading, which is the traditional way, which if people familiar with Oracle's e-delivery portal must be aware of. But the second way is Oracle has introduced something called as a download manager, which eases the task of download. You don't have to download file by file over here. Instead, you can select all the files that are required for downloading, and then you can click on download all. So all the selected files will be downloaded using Oracle's download manager, and you don't have to keep monitoring them one by one. It will be downloading, and then once the download gets completed, then you can start the process of installation. So as I said, first thing let's do it is let's identify these files. Okay, and so as you could see, software media DVD name, so this is called a start CD. So in bracket I should have written start CD, something like this. Okay, and you should see over here, as you could see, V1000052, and you can see this 1, 2, 3. Okay, then you can see database tier V46095 and 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. So that you have to again look for the file ending with 95 somewhere over here. As you could see, now the files are at different places, so it's very confusing. It's always a good idea to download the files in a systematic manner, the way it's going to install. So here are the database files, those two files, but again the third file is missing. You can see that, which is, again you've got to scroll up and see V100102, which is for examples files for database. Let's see where it is. Let's do something like this to easily find out. Sometimes hard to find, is it not? Look, it's over here, it's somewhere else. So for a new user, it's very difficult to find out where exactly the files are lying. Similarly, you need to track the files for Vision database installation along with production database. Okay, so I leave it to you to one by one go through these files and track it over here and download it. And as I said, it's a good idea that you select all these files, first unselect it, and then you select it something like this. Okay, like this, and then once you have selected all those files, then you hit the download all button, and the download manager will look after the downloads automatically, and you don't have to worry about manually downloading each of those files. But the only thing you've got to remember is, after you have selected all this, make sure you go through the Excel sheet, and whichever files that you have selected, I would suggest you highlight something like this, so that you have a track of which files you have selected and you don't forget the ones that are listed in this Excel file. Now the next question is, where do I find this Excel file? Where can I download it from? So it's on our website, which is www.aclnz.com. Within that, you can simply go to resources and hit the downloads link, and within that link you scroll down to Oracle Apps DBA related documents, and there I have listed the files for, you can see exact software list for Oracle eBusiness Suite release 12.2.5 installation on Oracle database release 12.1.0.20. I have recently posted this, and you can see the entire details over here and what version of the software that you will be downloading. So this holds good for Oracle Linux x86 64 based operating system, and the eBusiness Suite release 12.2.5. the database release is 12.1.0.20. Oracle Application Server 10.1.2. Oracle WebTire, which is also called as HTTP Server or Apache, is 11.1.1.90, which is the latest one. Earlier there used to be 11.1.1.7.0. And then you've got Oracle's WebLogic Server, which is 10.3.6.0.0. and finally the release 12.2.0 to 12.2.5 upgrade patch. Now this is something we haven't talked about, and that is listed over here at the bottom. So as I said, first step in the installation is you've got to install release 12.2.0, and then you've got to upgrade from 12.2.0 to 12.2.5, and the files have been listed over here 1 to 9, you can see. Okay, so before you proceed ahead and apply these patches, you've got to first run Oracle's eBusiness Suite technology code checker for database as well as application tire, which will recommend a number of patches based on the start CD version you have used, based on the database you have used, and you've got to apply all those patches before you proceed ahead. And the next step would be you've got to apply certain patches such as consolidated seed table upgrade patch, then AD and TXK release update back. Once those things are done, only then you can come and apply this mega patch. Okay, now what I will do at this time is I'm going to go back to eDelivery website, and here I'm going to show you the 12.2.5 related software. You can see one of the headings over here. Can you see that? Not this one. In fact, it is also known as a patch. I saw this as the first one. Yeah, you see Oracle eBusiness Suite 12.2.5, and within that one, if you look at my files V77840, look, it's over here. Oracle eBusiness Suite release 12.2.5 update pack for Linux x86 64, and all those files are listed over here. Fine. Now this Excel file that I have listed, as I said, it's on installation of Oracle eBusiness Suite on Oracle database 12c, but there could be people or companies who doesn't have 12c licenses at the moment, and they still would like to proceed ahead with Oracle 11 database. So in order to assist them, what I have done is I've also prepared a similar file which contains the exact software list for installing Oracle eBusiness Suite release 12.2.5 on database 11.2.0.30, and if you go to the details tab for this, there I've shown the exact version of software that gets installed. So in that, the Oracle database is 11.2.0.30. While you are doing installation, first you have to install this database, and then Oracle's recommend that you upgrade the database from 11.2.0.30 to 11.2.0.40, which is, I believe, it's required for release 12.2.5 successful installation. But you may want to check that with Oracle's latest documentation on that. And as you could see, the related software is pretty much same. You've got Oracle Application Server 10.1.2, but the WebTire version is the older one, 11.1.1.7.0, and WebLogic Server is same as what we are installing 12c, so which is 10.3.6.0.0, and then finally the release upgrade patch from 12.2.0 to 12.2.5. So that being said, I will leave it to you to explore our website, and feel free to download. These are free of cost, and we are doing it to assist our Oracle's community so that they don't face any confusion while downloading the software from Oracle's e-delivery website.